here's the dumb controversy around. Oh, God, this is gonna take a couple seconds to cover, so I'll just do this right here. So here's what's happening. The actor who plays Lae'zel says almost broke up with her own character in Baldur's Gate 3. Devorah Wild said while playing Lae'zel feels like interactive to someone else because the character's voice and personality are so different from her own. I nearly broke up with her the other day, but didn't have the guts to go through it, she said. She also called Lae'zel a sweet little queen lizard, and said that while she can seem harsh at first, she has one of the game's best and most emotional character stories. Nothing. So this is nothing. I can really tell without reading the article. She's just saying how the character is so different from her own actual personality. That's what she's saying. When I'm playing, the experience I'm having with Lae'zel is as if it's somebody else, she told IGN. I think it's because the voice is quite different to mine. Some of the mannerisms are different to mine because obviously we created a character. So I'm just getting to enjoy it. And I don't have that feeling of, oh, that's me, because it doesn't really sound how I sound. I think I'm quite bubbly and quite enthusiastic. Wild adds that she nearly broke up with her the other day, but didn't have the guts to go through with it. Hearing Wild talk about Lae'zel is like listening to a loving parent acknowledge the child's differences compared to other kids. She references an hilarious exchange between famous rivals Shadowheart and Lae'zel, in which Shadowheart asks if they've buried the hatchet, and Lae'zel takes it completely literally. Shadowheart's like, girl, I'm just trying to get you to bury the hatchet. You know what I'm saying? But she doesn't get it. She's a sweet little lizard. She's a sweet little queen lizard. Wild also invokes one of my all-time favorite lines from Baldur's Gate 3, in which Lae'zel drops one of the sickest burns of all time on Tab, who she says has a large, fleshy nose that looks like a mistake. Like, this is nothing. This is nothing. It's nothing. Even if you go to the IGN source. Oh, I guess you cannot go to the IGN source. That's weird. Yeah, it's not found. But just looking at this, she's just saying, right? She's just saying, I played this character as a character and not myself. So it's a bit weird, but like not in a bad way, that I'm getting to experience her and say, oh, that's not me. That's not what I'd say. That's not what I would do. But it's like an actor watching their own performance and going like, yeah, that character I'm playing is different from me as a person. So it's a little bit of a disconnect here happening. That's it. It's acting. Literally every companion in this game has the same story arc where they seem harsh at first, but they secretly soft on inside. That's not true. Will is not like this at all. Hell, even Karlach's not like this. Gale is not like this either. It's not every companion. Is this some mental illness stuff, or is this a joke? I don't quite understand. As a voice actor, it truly blows my mind that the industry lets the tourists in who have so many issues with the job. A tourist? As a voice actor, Eddie, I guarantee you, the woman who played Clea in fucking Expression 33 and who played a major character, Lae'zel, in Baldur's Gate 3 has more voice acting acumen than some fucking person on Twitter. Jesus Christ, dude. She doesn't want to embody the character. She wants the character to embody her. This alone should preclude someone from being hired for acting. You people are the dumbest people in the fucking world. Oh my God, a normal comment. She did the role well. It's always fun to see how actors do the role in hindsight, and with games, there's a bit more to it. It's also nice to see someone care enough to play their character after the job was done. Like, she did a phenomenal job. Okay, normal comments. Thank God for the normal comments. Oh, Andrew, I do see a comment here for people who actually want to read it than just vague posts. Okay, so that's this, right? Now here's Madam Savy. I hate these people. Western VAs are so mentally ill, they don't understand they're meant to be acting. Why? Why did this have to happen to gaming? Why couldn't you all go to frou-frou Hollywood? Why did it have to be games? You can have Hollywood. You can have Pedro and all the gays and all the It's Never Enough and all the pedos over there. You freaks can have the film industry. Why? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Parasites colonizing parasites? Like, you are the dumbest fucking person. I'm gonna write that. You are the dumbest fucking person. Holy shit. What are you actually talking about? These people are so dumb. Like, they're so dumb. They're so fucking dumb. Baldur's Gate 3 was a shitty woke game regardless. Like, why are you people tweaking over this? Is this testament Lazelle's well written, massive bitch by the narrative layer and its writers? So much that even the VMs can't stomach her. Like, yes, you are genuinely a massive loser. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Normal people are responding to this. Oh, thank God. Like, cause Madam Savy is a fucking moron. Like, so dumb. How does, again, we saw the article. How does an actor going like, I played a character who was different from me, so getting to experience them was a bit weird. How is this? Western VAs are mentally ill. What are you talking about? And let's be real. These are the kind of people who hate everything from the West. They're basically like cracked out weeaboos where everything from the East is good and perfect no matter what, no matter whatever, but anything else is just terrible. How are you complaining about someone doing this? And I like how she mentioned Pedro, because Pedro Pascal is enemy number one for the anti-woke people. So they got mentioned Pedro and then gays and then frou Hollywood. You can have Hollywood, you can have film, except for they can't, because every time they talk about movies, it's like, oh, they're pushing an agenda. They're pushing an agenda, you guys. Like, holy shit, dude. Again, didn't even read the article. She saw a tweet from Pirate Nation, who also sucks, but I guess to a lesser degree. And she goes, they're mentally ill. And all she said, even from Pirate Nation's own tweet, it's nothing. The actor who plays Lazelle says almost broke up with her own character. And then she literally explains, Devora Wild said playing Lazelle feels like interacting with someone else because the character's voice and personality are so different from her own. And then also says she called her a sweet little queen lizard. And Savy's response is to go, the West, the woke, they're so woke. They're so mentally ill. How dare you say this about a character you voiced? How dare the actor talk about a role they played and how they saw themselves in that role and how they played it differently how they normally are? How dare they? How dare they? When you look at most of her posts, and it's just railing on like, oh, everyone's anti-woke or just some chibi bullshit, right? Nick became known for his disdain for Halo UNC weapons, for mixing politics with game development. Let's see. After over 6 years of working at Halo, it's my time to be laid off. Starting as a playtest coordinator and working my way to producer has been a hell of a journey. Time to start the hunt. I honestly don't think I could work on a game that glorifies or fantasizes modern guns. I've had moments I've struggled with Halo, but the weapons and world is pretty sci-fi, which creates a large enough separation from reality. Again, nothing, right? A nothing burger. I remember this little freak. I don't want freaks like this in the gaming industry. He was in the gaming industry for 6 years. Anytime it's like some fucking gotcha slop bullshit, love it. Love it. If it's gotcha slop, I love it. If it's from Japan, it's the best thing ever, all time, no matter what. But if it's anything else, Asian people need to stop abusing and killing black people. Whatever happened to stop Asian hate? Who was the primary demographic attacking elderly Asians? It was white people. It's just a mystery. These commie freaks make conversation literally impossible and hinder solving problems. Like, this is just, Naira's here, of course. Like, this is just the kind of person she is. This is how they all are. It's anything from the East, it's perfect and best. AI is great, actually. We love that shit. Anything from the East, anything from Japan, China, Korea, the best thing ever. The best thing ever, no matter what. They'll call people commies, but this thing from China is great and awesome. Like, this is who they are. This is who they are. And of course, they love Asmongold. If you're looking for a girlfriend, find a girl. No one take advice from a guy who's either doing a rent-a-girlfriend situation or who's being fucking fleeced financially. Why would you listen to him for girlfriend advice? Called out, but it's true. But you have to make sure she's a longtime fan, not a COVID one. Quiz her, ask her deep. Yeah, dude. What one thing women fucking love? Women love it when they talk about their hobby and men immediately make them list 10 obscure facts about said hobby. Like, God, these fucking pick-me ass people are so annoying, dog. They're so annoying. Like, it's so crazy. It's so fucking crazy. But this is what, you know what? We're already started, right? Let's just talk about these people because I'm who I am as a person. Yeah, fucking quiz them. Next time you guys see a girl, listen, for all my guys out there who are single and gamers, you want a gamer girl. Next time you see a girl and she's at your local GameStop or, I don't know, at the gaming section of Best Buy, or I don't know where people buy video games more because the digital's dominating. If she's picking up a copy of Final Fantasy like 14 or 15 or even 16, quiz her. Have her list 5 programmers. Have her name six classes from the original 6 Final Fantasy games. Have her tell you the release years of Final Fantasy games. That's the only way. That's the only way. Exactly. It's like, name 3 songs. Oh, you like women? Name 3 of them. Here we go. Bethesda union members are protesting after being laid off, and it's hilarious how out of touch they are. We make great games. We make games players love. We make games that define generations. They're even holding signs that say players deserve better. And it's like, where was that energy the entire time that corrupt AAA has been taking advantage of gamers by putting out buggy, overpriced, modern audience slop? They were radio silent, but now that they got laid off, they're pretending to care about the players. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, what are you? And again, I did a whole video talking about this absolute dumbass because he doesn't know anything. He doesn't understand literally anything. Game developers just make the game. They don't control the schedule. They don't control the budget. They work within the confines of what they're directed to do. You don't know what the conversations were. You don't know what they fought for. You don't know that at all. And you know what? If they work for Bethesda, they have made games players love. You motherfuckers love Fallout. You motherfuckers love Skyrim. You love the Elder Scrolls. You love that shit. That's them. They did that. Bethesda did that. So in fact, they do make games that define generations and people love. Like, objectively. And then someone's like, you're barking at the wrong tree. The higher ups are responsible for the poor decisions, and they're still there over-investing, under-developing, under-delivering, and poorly managing timelines for other big budget bombs in the future. The workers aren't the ones who make the crucial decisions. Exactly. Exactly. That's it. And he goes, you're missing the entire point. I'll elaborate. The whole time these corporate devs worked in AAA, they never stood for gamers and made them even embrace how corrupt AAA is. Yet now they got laid. Again, they embraced how corrupt AAA is. Motherfucker, you still play AAA games. You still buy these games. You are also embracing the corruption. But again, you don't know anything. You don't know anything, which is not a surprise. It's an obvious manipulation tactic, and here's why they do it. Their union, like SAG-AFTRA, openly talks about they need public support. Just like how SAG-AFTRA voice actors got caught lying to Hoyo community when they tried to manipulate them into supporting their pseudo. Like, he's so fucking stupid. Like, he's so fucking stupid. Yes, they need public support to put pressure to protect their jobs so they can do their fucking jobs. Like, he's so incredibly fucking dumb and knows nothing. Most gamers see these performances, though, so their manipulation tactics keep failing. It's like, no, you fucking moron. I'm getting irate. It's like, no, you fucking moron. The people who are making your games worse are the executives that are still there. It's not the developers. You want to know why your games are getting worse? It's because these executives are making bad decisions and the developers are left holding the bag. So they're firing hundreds and hundreds of people with their knowledge and experiences are going out the window. So you have newer people who aren't as knowledgeable on the technology that they're utilizing, and they're still putting them on these same timelines. So the quality gets worse and worse and worse. Perfect example. People are complaining that there's crazy random bugs in Halo Combat Campaign Evolved. Bugs that weren't present in Combat Evolved. Do you want to know why that is? It's because it's not the same people working on that shit. Because they've left for a myriad of reasons, and you have such a high turnover rate that you have people who are unfamiliar with the engines they're using. And I believe they're using Unreal Engine, 6 for Halo. But they're unfamiliar with this work. and they still have these tight deadlines and crunch to get through. This is not the fault of developers. Many misconceptions you have about game development should be resolved by having one office job. Like, yeah, like it's so, wait, agreed. Honestly, the higher ups aren't as much as a problem than the snake oil they bought from activists. Jesus Christ, you guys. Jesus Christ, activists. It's always activists. It's always activists. It's always activists. It's always activism. It's always activists. That's what they say. It's not the fucking executives' fault, you guys, because they were just innocent little babies and they got tricked by these wily activists, and the activists forced them to hire them, and then they got bamboozled and they said, you got to make the game woke or we won't work on it. Like, holy shit. You know what? Now I have to see the video.
I just found the funniest thing. Like, I actually need to calm down a little bit here. I was laughing way too much. I just got right to recording. I should take a breath.
Also, you guys know how I feel about this lazy ass B-roll footage fucking shit people do.
But you gotta see some of this. These are like Bethesda devs that got laid off. And this guy in particular, this is the part that made me laugh so much. I didn't watch the whole thing yet. I want to go through it together as I make this video. But I did skip around a little bit and I found this guy. And you'll see in a second. This guy's like, people are telling us that we make great games. How are we being laid off? Like, dude, who's telling you that you're making great games? It's not the players. Bethesda making great games in 2026. When was the last time they made a great game? Like, we gotta go really far back. Before I found that video, I saw this clip on Twitter.
Of course, you saw it from Shitpost Rock. Like, and again, I'm gonna just keep repeating this. He's a fucking moron. And I hope to God this gets clipped and sent out or whatever. But HeroHei, you are a fucking moron. You don't know anything. Anytime a developer loses their job, that is bad. That's bad for the industry, because it's not like there's just an influx of terrible developers. There's an influx of terrible executives who make bad decisions. Okay? That's what's happening. You're wanting these developers to get fired because they make a game you don't like, but you don't even understand how these games get made in the first place. And also, when's the last time they made a good game? Is Aid not part of the Bethesda? Is Doom the Dark Ages not good? Was the Oblivion not good? Was Indiana Jones not good? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Like, they're just, again, they just say shit, but they don't understand anything. Anytime developers lose their jobs, these people cheer like, oh yeah, now games are going to be great. Yeah, dumbass, that's how it works. When less people work on a big project or in the industry gets better. That's why if you ever gone to like a restaurant that's understaffed, they give you food real quickly, and it's the highest quality food, and they don't fuck up your order. Like, Jesus Christ.
Twitter, Rock Solid said, after seeing and hearing some of the people protesting these Bethesda layoffs, I honestly don't feel that bad for them. And so this is like a different video. I don't think the guy I was talking about's in this one, so we'll go back to that one in a second. But let's play some of this first.
Yeah. We're at a turning point in the games industry. We're at
Bro, do you see that sign? Phosro Jobs. Okay, that's hilarious. I don't even know. Like, why would you bring that? Like, Phosro Jobs.
Yeah, why would they make a reference to the fucking game they worked on?
Mercy of corporate greed infecting the games we love.
Well, let's talk about that introduction. Just the pure gaslighting, the pure manipulative rhetoric. Let's play it one more time.
Manipulative rhetoric? So are you trying to tell me that there's no corporate greed in gaming? There's no corporate greed in gaming? Is this the stance you're going to take?
Yeah. We're at a turning point in the games industry. We're at the mercy of corporate greed infecting the games we love.
So the games that we love, a lot of the games that we love have been going downhill for years, especially at Bethesda. These guys are one of the best examples of that happening. These guys were fine with the predatory monetization tactics,
How can someone watch something so black and white and come away with a gray result? You fucking idiot. They are saying we are at the mercy of corporate greed. And your response was games have been going downhill for a long time, especially at Bethesda, and they accept the microtransaction. Motherfucker, they are telling you they're at the mercy of corporate greed. They are at the mercy of corporate greed. The companies that they work for are making them do predatory and monetary shit. That is literally what they're talking about. That is an aspect of what they're talking about. And also, this notion that games have been going downhill, it's such a dumb, idiotic, anti-woke stance because they have nothing substantive to say. The reason, like I've always been saying, the reason why this is happening is because of fucking greed. It is greed. They need to hit deadlines so that investors can be happy. They want them to put more monetization in games so they can make a bigger return. This is corporate greed. This is literally what they're talking about.
Corruption, the greed, the modern audience slop forced into this stuff, the pandering, all that. He was fine with it, apparently.
No, you fucking idiot. Even though you're wrong, let's say you're right about that. That would still be a direct result of corporate greed. Oh, they're pandering to its audience. Yes, because they're gonna make money off it. Like it's like how can someone be this low IQ? I don't understand.
Up until he got laid off. Now suddenly, oh guys, this is a problem. We need to talk
And he keeps saying he. I do not think those are the right pronouns for that person, but I don't think he cares.
about. And of course, he's not referring to the modern audience slop and how these games have gone downhill. No, he's just referring to these devs being laid off. That's the only problem going on.
Why would the fuck would they talk about? Like, yeah, dumbass, they got fired. Why would they be talking about? But you know, the real issue here is, you guys, the modern audience is the problem. What the fuck? The modern audience didn't fire them. And again, you are the modern audience, you fucking dumbass. Like, it's insane to me that these people will present themselves in anime VTuber form and being like, these modern audiences, bitch, do you think you are exempt from being the modern audience? You are an anime VTuber. You are an anime VTuber. Do you think that's something that's from the past? Do you think that is something that gamers were gravitating towards even 10 years ago? Or are you part of the modern audience? Like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
All that other stuff, that's not going on. What are you, a chud?
It can't be overstated how much it upends your life to have your job lost.
So that's actually where the shorter clip on Twitter ends with this person, but I recorded like 6 more minutes of this video and went to the longer clip on YouTube that I mentioned in the intro and started covering that part. And I actually found a longer part where this person's talking. So I'm gonna edit that in here and include that here. That's why there's kind of like an awkward cut though.
We make all kinds of games.
Why would you say that? Just fucking play.
Kinds of people love, and we make a lot of money, but apparently it's not enough to keep us all employed.
So this is a recurring point that I'm gonna keep addressing throughout this video, which is
Oh my God. If you're gonna talk about, oh, people don't love it, you're just wrong. This person's 100% correct. They make lots of money for this company. It's not enough. There's literally nothing wrong. There is quite literally nothing wrong with this person said. But I promise you, this absolute fucking dumbass is gonna be like, they're saying people love their game. They're saying people love their games. I don't believe that because their games are woke, modern slop.
how many of these devs keep saying that they're making like great games that people love. And again, I'm gonna repeat this point multiple times, but it's like, dude, look at the public reception towards Bethesda for like the last decade.
This is the company that people are literally screaming to make another Elder Scrolls game. These people were still playing Elder Scrolls Online. In fact, when Microsoft was laying off companies, they were like, don't you dare get rid of Elder Scrolls Online. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, do a little bit of research. Do a little bit of research, please. With TTBN, it has low player count, so it's dead game. I know, right? Like all like these games are like, if these games were not loved or liked, they would not keep wouldn't be supporting it. Fallout 76 came out literally, it will be 8 years in October. They're supporting a game for 8 years. and people don't like it, people don't love it. Like, again, he's just saying shit. And again, they still do Doom. The Doom games, people love Doom. Doom 2016 came out 10 years ago. Doom Eternal came out. Doom the Dark Ages, I mean, didn't do so well comparative to other people, but people still like it. Like, what are you talking about? Indiana Jones. Like, look, I'll just show it, right? Why am I talking? Indiana Jones, 86 on Metacritic. People like this. Although Indiana Jones is was published by Bethesda, but developed by Machine Gun. But still, that's still them. Or he said the last 10 years. Doom 2016. Pretty sure this is popular. Doom is also this is part of Bethesda. This is under the Bethesda umbrella. This still counts. Because mind you, the people who got fired weren't just fired from Bethesda. They were fired from ZeniMax, which is the umbrella company that owns all these things. Like for ZeniMax, not just Bethesda, right? So he doesn't even know what games they're working on. But he keeps saying Bethesda, Bethesda, Bethesda. But this is for ZeniMax. That's everything. You don't know what they worked on. Like, you don't know what they worked on. They could have literally worked on every game you love. You have no idea. Because you don't do any, let me look at Juniper Dowell. I mean, they worked at Bethesda from 2021. Yeah, I'm not going to show my LinkedIn profile. But like, this person's been here since 2021.
You might want to take a look at that. If you're really delusional enough to think that players, they just love these games, everyone loves these games, go ahead and take a look at the actual discourse, the actual data, because that talking point of, yeah, current Bethesda is making games that people love, yeah, that's really not going to go so well for you.
I'm here.
Also, show the data then, dumbass. I did it. Why aren't you showing the conversation? Why aren't you showing the discourse?
As a Rockville City Council member and a gamer, the video game industry is extremely important. It's a very resilient industry overall. It does not lag in support among players, consumers.
Excuse me? Excuse me? What do you mean? It doesn't lag in support of players, consumers. Okay, super out of touch comment right there.
How is that out of touch? You don't even know. God, he's so bad at reacting. He doesn't even know what she's saying. He doesn't understand what she's saying. So he's like, oh, out of touch. So are you saying gamers don't support the gaming industry? Because this is what she said.
Excuse me? Dude, look. Council
member and a gamer, the video game industry is extremely important. It's a very resilient
important, very resilient
industry overall. It does not lag in support among players.
It doesn't lag in support among players. And he's like, what? That's out of touch. What the fuck are you talking about?
Consumers.
Excuse me? Excuse me? What do you mean? It doesn't lag in support of players, consumers.
He's nothing to say.
Okay, super out of touch comment right there. Yeah, dude, the devs of these AAA companies, they're doing so right by the players. The players are lucky to have the AAA.
That's not, first off, again, God, he's so bad at this. That's not even what the person said. Like, you're literally making shit up. That is not what they said. But your only point of attack is, yeah, the AAA industry sucks and players hate the AAA industry. Even though you motherfuckers are jizzing yourselves over GTA. You do not hate the AAA industry. You fuckers love this shit. You do not hate it. But on top of that, that's not even what's being said here. What she's saying is the game industry as a whole is not lacking for support. They're not lagging behind any other industry when it comes to support. Support coming in the form of gamers/consumers. And your takeaway is, yeah, people don't love AAA developers.
Industry. Be sure you support this strike, everybody. And then the video ends with like literally a 10-second pause, like dramatically paused on the ZeniMax offices. And then we'll go back to the longer video that I mentioned in the intro with that other guy we'll get to. Where's that guy? There he is. Oh, yeah, you can see the timestamp. I thought I was blocking it for a second. Anyways, I want to talk about these signs real quick too.
Oh my God, dude.
Our players deserve better. And then this one behind me says, people over profits. Like I said, these people weren't criticizing the state of the games industry until they got laid off. It comes off really fake, really emotionally manipulative.
Okay, this is something these fucking idiots always say. They will always say it's emotionally manipulative. First off, you dumbass, if it's manipulative, unless they're physically doing it, of course it's emotional manipulation. That is the only other form it can be. Secondly, it's not emotionally manipulating. They are literally telling you that the reason why these games are getting worse is because they've been doing this shit for profit. And the point is, they focus so much on profit that they are killing the gaming industry. This is why they were laid off. Not because they weren't good at what they did, not because they make bad games, but because there's not enough profit. There's never enough profit. You don't get your, like, you guys were complaining about not getting fucking the next Elder Scrolls game. Do you think firing people is going to give you that game faster? Like, do they not understand that? Also, while they're working for the company, do you really think they're going to step outside and go on YouTube, make a video like, hey, the AAA industry fucking sucks. Bethesda sucks, you guys. They don't like gamers. Like, no, they wouldn't do that either. Like, I don't think HeroHei's ever had a job before. I think he's never had a job before.
How about the fact that games have been increasing in price? $70, $90, $110.
I'm going to have an aneurysm. I'm going to have an aneurysm. I'm going to die on camera today. This is my last video. I'm dying on camera. Developers do not set the fucking price. They do not set the price for the game. That is not their job. They do not set the price. And also, in the beginning of this very video, I'm at the what mark? I'm at the 425. At the beginning of this video, they literally say they are at the mercy of capital.
We're at a turning point in the games industry. We're at the mercy of corporate greed infecting the games we love.
So the game.
What do you think that means? You're complaining about shit that they're literally talking about. What do you think it means when they say they are at the mercy of capital? What goes up here when you hear that? I'm sure it's just fucking in and out. There's no resistance either. Because oh my God, how? Like you don't even know what you're complaining about. You're just complaining to complain. You're complaining to have complaints.
Edition that you get, but on a baseline, AAA is trying to go for this at least $70 price point. Did these people say anything about our players deserve better there? Did they say anything about people over profits there?
You do not know this. You don't even know who these people. Where is he expecting? Where is he expecting them to say this? Where is he expecting the developers whom he doesn't know? Where is he expecting them to say this shit? Did you check their Blue Sky profiles? Did you check their Twitter pages? Like where were you expecting them to say this shit? Like that's a genuine question. Where is he expecting to see this shit? He keeps saying, were they saying this? You don't know either. So I can just say, yes, they were. I can just say, yes, in their Slack chats, they were talking about how games were getting too expensive. I can say that. And we have just as much validity there, which is why this is not a point you should be trying to make.
There. Now, the fact of the matter is, most of them or all of them didn't. They were radio silent on that. Now, I do know that there's a few good devs left in AAA, sprinkled around some of these companies. Even at Bethesda, there's probably some. But we have so many examples over the years of like complete modern audience devs that have been infected.
What the fuck does that mean? Again, he says modern audience. Motherfucker, you are an anime VTuber with blue hair. Like, am I insane? Bitch, you look like a Starbucks barista. And you're trying to talk shit about the modern audience? Dog, you were playing an anime gacha game a moment ago. Well, an anime gacha game that turned to a single player game. You are the modern audience. Like, you are the definition of the modern audience. What are you talking about? What are you actually talking about?
In the industry, especially in AAA, that I'm very skeptical of devs for good reasons at AAA companies. especially when they're saying stuff like this that comes off really gaslighty again, because they're saying one thing, but their actions depict something completely different. And then as for Bethesda, it doesn't help that some of their most outspoken people are just literally pouring fuel on the fire. I mean, some of the statements from Todd Howard, I mean, what is the guy doing nowadays? And then like Emil Pagliaro, that guy's even worse. Emil?
Show the fucking statements then. What are you talking about?
Dude, that guy will make the longest statements on Twitter, just filled with toxic positivity, ignoring all the criticism from players about how Bethesda's been going downhill. Like, look what he said during the Starfield situation. Emil, I think he made like a 12 to 14 long post on Twitter. It was like 12 to 14 tweets long, where, like I said, it was just filled with toxic positivity and
toxic positive. Like, he doesn't even show what's happening here. He won't even show what he's talking about because he's talking out of his ass. He won't even show what he's talking about.
Deflection and trying to play victim. I think there was like one line in there that I recall where he was like kind of owning up to stuff, and I was like, okay, at least he said that. But that's like one sentence out of 14 for so long. I just got distracted by a lot of those signs throughout the clips and stuff. But here we go.
Morale is really low because, you know, we've been told that we're making great games that players love and that we're doing well, and to have this suddenly hit us has been a huge shock to us.
Dude.
Oh my God, he's going to say the same thing over. He's going to say the same thing over because he didn't even fucking listen. He's saying we're being told. He's talking about from Xbox. He's not talking about from the fucking people on Twitter. He's talking about Xbox. He's talking about how Xbox told us that we're doing well, people love this shit, and then they got fired. They wouldn't be blindsided if they got fired because someone on Twitter said that they were doing a bad job, because no one would care. They don't care about people on Twitter.
How out of touch are these people? Who is telling you that you're making great games?
I have to say this. 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 I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You are the dumbest fucking person on the internet. You can't even understand basic sentences. It's obvious when Nathan was talking about they told us we make great games, he was referring to the people at fucking Xbox, the people who employed him, which is why he said morale was low, because they essentially said everything was good and then suddenly fired them. Jesus fucking Christ, child left behind. George W. Bush, your day shall come. Don't do us what he wants. I don't care. I don't care. I have to say he's the dumbest fucking person on the internet.
I mean, like, is this an alternate reality? Have you seen how Starfield's been going? Your latest release? Have you seen that? Have you seen how unhappy people are with Skyrim being re-released over and over and over again?
No, because when they released Oblivion, you motherfuckers were like, oh, thank God. He's not backing up any of the claims he's making. He's just saying shit. He's just saying shit. But actually, what is Starfield? Let's look at the, I don't know, sales, maybe. The game has cleared over 300 million in revenue and moved roughly 5 million traditional copies alongside 15 million total players, larger than Xbox Game Pass. Oh yeah, it was a Game Pass game. I forgot about that too. $300 million is nothing to sneeze at. Obviously, it's a sales estimate, but it was the best-selling game in the US when it arrived on PS5. I mean, but basically, people like it. They bought it. Like, people still like it. But also, I do think Game Pass would eat into a lot of actual physical sales.
Have you seen how people are unhappy with the like creation kit direction Bethesda's taking stuff with paid mods? Have you seen any of this? Like, what do you mean, bro? I don't even know what to say. Like, I think my brain just short-circuited. What is?
You have to have one for it to short circuit, my guy.
How is this guy real? Is this like another one of those toxic positivity things?
Oh my God, let him finish talking.
Their teeth are dog me. On genuinely long time.
Jesus Christ, she's letting him talk?
They believe that they're making great games. They believe that they're like top tier devs. Again, I have to assume that they're not taking a look at any of the actual public perception, any of the actual discourse going on with Bethesda for years now.
Oh, it's the same shit, dude.
Argue some people didn't like what was going on, but 76 was like a big turning point. So this stuff's been going on for a long time. So for devs at Bethesda to be this out of touch, where they're all just telling each other that they're making great games, and this doesn't make sense.
Oh my God,
well,
you're just repeating yourself.
I conclude that they're probably not actually looking at what's going on, right? Like I just said.
Oh my God, shut up.
They're just going along with the lies and the toxic positivity, trying to hype each other.
You're saying toxic positivity. Like, my God, make a point, dude. Make a salient point. You're just saying shit. You don't back up anything. You've been paused on this dude this entire time. You haven't let him finish.
Like, up and be yes men to each other. And then the main problem I have with this is, like I said, where they turn around and now suddenly they're going to act
oh
like
my
they
God.
deserve better. Where was that sign? Can we find it again randomly? Yeah, very perfect. That's the one I'm talking about. Our players deserve better. So again, it comes off like they're ignoring the players and living a lifestyle of toxic positivity.
Jesus fucking, I can't do this. I'm sorry. I thought I could finish this video. We're so close to it, but he's so fucking stupid. Like he's so incredibly stupid. He's so incredibly stupid. And this is just his content, by the way. It's just his content. Halo devs are in tears that gamers keep winning. How are gamers winning? Like all they do is talk about shit about people losing their jobs. Like this is also people losing their jobs, I'm assuming.
About how Bethesda Game Studios union members, or as they call themselves, 1BGS, were protesting outside the ZeniMax office.
Oh my God, shut up.
As I pointed out, and as various industries,
oh my God,
want to be a part of, but you've also.
Is this even anything? Like, is it just the same video from yesterday? It's just the same video from yesterday? It's just the same video? It's the same fucking, oh my God, you're such a lazy piece of shit. Jesus Christ, dude. Holy shit. And this is all his content. This is just all he does. Terrible day for like localizers. Like, what would his job be? What would his content be if, like, okay, there are no more localizers in games or video games or anime, and then there's nothing woke? What do you celebrate? Like, what are you celebrating? And he just has a random person with blue hair. Just a random person with blue hair. He has blue hair. The most offensive line in anime just dropped too much. This is such awful content. Seeing this, it's just like, you're the dumbest person in the universe. Because I think I even responded to this. Yeah, I said, yeah, I literally said what I just said right now. What the fuck are you talking about? You don't know anything. Like, he doesn't know anything. I want to see what the quotes are for this. I'm sure I'm not the only person who called him a fucking dumbass. The dumbest person live would tell you it's not the people who run the big AAA company's fault, but the employee because they didn't fight hard enough. Hero showing he still knows nothing. How are game that's supposed to fight for gamers when doing so can cost them their jobs? You know, NDA contracts. Guess they have to just lose job no matter what they do. Workers deserve to achieve with fairness and fight for their rights. No, it's not the fault of the soulless executives who know nothing about products they're selling. No, it's the overworked devs. You're really stretching how much weight a development team has when it comes to corporate decisions. Like, okay, everyone else is utilizing their brains besides this person. I'd support them if they made good games. I don't care about whether their union is doing or their performance or what they embrace. They don't make good games. They don't make support. It's that simple. These people are fucking stupid. I feel like my hero Spider-Man, you know, just constantly fighting this fight that seems never ending. Because my God, just the dumbest fucking people. Just the dumbest people.